What is up guys? Today's video is going to be a Q&A. A couple of weeks ago, well probably a few weeks ago now, I emailed you and I asked you on Instagram if you had any questions for me so I can make a Q&A video because I wanted to for a while, and I was really happy because a lot more of you than I thought there would be asked me some questions. So today I'm going to answer them. It might be a quite long video, so I'll get straight into it. The first question: what made you go vegan and what made you go plant-based? So I first went vegan after I watched Forks Over Knives. I went vegan for health originally, and then gradually as I started researching a little bit more, I watched Earthlings, and that movie, if you haven't seen it, seriously watch it. I guess I wanted you to watch it because I feel like everyone needs to watch it at least once, but I don't want you to watch it because it is the most heartbreaking, most saddest thing I have ever witnessed. There was just no way I was going to eat any animal products and contribute to that horrible industry any longer. So yeah, 4 years later, I'm vegan. Second question, I'm just reading them off my laptop here. Do you have any idea of where you would like to go next after this adventure has finished, or what you would like to do? So I have a fair idea. I've got some long-term goals and short-term goals for Plant-Based Kate and my YouTube and my website with my blog and things going on. I'm really passionate about veganism, probably as you know, so I'd love to be able to help people transition into that. And in December I am doing a yoga teacher training course, so I'll be teaching yoga as well, which I'm just so excited for. And if you didn't know, I'm actually a trained florist, so I've always got that to go back to as well. I just love flowers and love creating, so I'm always going to be doing something creative and visual. A little side note to that question would be this adventure is actually coming to an end quite a lot sooner than we expected. We're going to be back in New Zealand in February and do South America on our next big trip. Ryan is going to be doing a course and I'm going to be teaching yoga as well as doing my website and blog and stuff, so it's really exciting. And yeah, that is all for that one, I think. Next question. I am traveling at the moment and was curious about your experience with veganism on the airlines. So yeah, we've had good and bad. Pretty much I've just learned to bring our own food, and if we can't do that then definitely just have a big meal before the flight, because you can never ever trust airlines. Apart from the ones that you know you're going to get food on, you can actually email them or you can ring them, I don't know, go on their website depending on the airline, and you can book your vegan and vegetarian food in advance, which is really handy. You can only do it up to about 24 hours I think though, so be sure not to leave it that late, because there's 1 or 2 times I think, yeah, that I've completely forgotten to email them and then we have had no food on the plane, but luckily we ate beforehand, so yeah. How much roughly did you have to save for your big travel plans, and how did you save so much in the time frame that you had? So I actually have a blog post about how to save for your travels. I'm going to link it down below, and I've also got a quick and easy travel calculator, and you can put in like your budgeting and how much you earn and all your bills you have to pay and how much you're wanting to save in the end. And like I just need something like that because I'm no good with money and budgeting at all. I don't actually feel super comfortable telling you exactly how much that we saved, only because I don't want you to have to feel as though you need to save as much as we did, or you might want to save more. You know, we're all different. We pretty much just figured out on Pinterest and things like that, like how much we needed to live per day, like the cost of living per day in each country, how long we wanted to go for, and added that up into how much we wanted to spend each day. And when it comes to saving for our travels, we saved for like 2 and a bit years probably. We sacrificed a lot. We never ever went out. Well, we both stopped drinking, which is just kind of organically happened anyway, so that saves so much money. We only ate out probably once a week on like a Friday night as a treat, and I just cooked all our food. And if you've been following me for a while, then you know that we were living in a caravan for 6 months. So that last 6 months we moved out of Wellington, and which is a really big expensive city, and we moved to Tauranga and lived in my mum's caravan, and we didn't have to pay city rent, just a little bit each week, and oh, it just saved us so much money. So sacrificing a house for a caravan, one way to save. And you just have to be committed. Check out that blog post here, and there's some other good ideas on there on how you can save for your travels. Next question, do you have any apps you use while you are traveling, and are they inspirational apps or are they connected with travel, like language apps and things like that? This is a really good question. I was like, oh, I wish I knew this when I went traveling. I could do a blog post on it as well, what's actually come really handy for me. I might do that in the future. So one app that has really come in handy, obviously I'm vegan, Happy Cow. If you have not heard of Happy Cow, it'll change your life. It is kind of like a guide of all the vegetarian and vegan restaurants, even little shops and stuff where you can get vegan supplies from, I guess. Yeah, it's actually amazing, and like it's just been such a lifesaver when we've needed food and don't want to walk around aimlessly trying to find a vegan option, especially in the Philippines. It was really good. So Happy Cow, get that. The other app I would recommend would be like Airbnb and booking.com for accommodation, for rides and stuff like that. In Southeast Asia especially, there is a taxi company called Grab, and it's just like Uber. So you just get the app on your phone and then hail a taxi just using your app, and it's really handy because taxis are really expensive, and a lot of the time you don't really feel safe like waiting on the side of the road, especially if you're traveling by yourself. That's all I can really think of. I just use the standard like Instagram, Facebook, social media and all that. And then actually my favorite app of all time is called Daily Teachings by The Secret, and if you know the law of attraction, you will know about The Secret, and if you don't, I highly recommend you get the book The Secret. It'll change your life. But yeah, this is just a daily affirmation app, and I look at it every morning and it gives me a positive affirmation for the day, and I just love it. Next question. My question / concern is that I see many vegans on their support groups that claim goldfish, teddy garums, etc. are vegan. Our family of 6 is really conscious of the sugar consumption along with whether it is vegan from an animal or not. Sorry, whether it's from an animal or not. Is the vegan the appropriate title? Yeah, they're definitely vegan. It is just not healthy vegan food. It's just like normal food. You can have junk food, so it's vegan junk food. I would highly recommend you don't have this all the time. It's just a treat. You know, no one wants to snack on something that gives you no nutritional value. So fruit and veggies are what you wanting to snack on. It's just like how Pringles and Skittles, they're all vegan, but Oreos are vegan, yeah, and you just don't want to be having them all the time. How does minimalism affect your attitude to your everyday life in the future? So I would say it affects it a lot, but in a good way. I feel a lot more liberated because I'm not always focusing on the things that I want or think I need. And although I do sometimes slip into that trap and I'm like, oh, this is really cool, I want that. Then I remember and I'm like, no Kate, you don't. It's not going to bring you any value. It's not going to make you any happier because things don't make you happy, you do. And with regards to the future, I think it is, yeah, it just gives me a lot more freedom to do what I want. I don't have a whole lot of material things weighing me down. I mean, I've got a box of clothes at my dad's, and then I've got, well, Ryan and I have 2 boxes of things at his parents, and that's everything we own. So we really do have the freedom to go wherever we like and not have to worry about all that stuff. Alright, so I am planning a 6-month trip around Southeast Asia with my boyfriend in Jan, and I was wondering, do you plan as you go along, or do you plan before you go, like accommodation? Do you book as you went? Did you book as you went along? So I pretty much had an idea of where we were going to go. Like, we always knew the route we were going to take. I kind of did a skeleton itinerary, and then I just looked into like little things and just bullet pointed down things to do in each place we were going to. But you definitely do not want to book all your accommodation before you leave. Just book your accommodation like 1 or 2 days in advance pretty much. It's a lot cheaper, even if you find where you're going to stay. Like, go on booking.com, find where you're going to stay, and instead of booking you can just go there. Especially in off season it might be fine, but actually if it's really in busy season you might want to book for only 1 or 2 days in advance, because often when you go there it is a lot cheaper than using those third-party sites to book your accommodation. And yeah, imagine like finding some really cool people and you're like, oh, I might want to change our plans, or something happens and you miss something you want to do, so you need to stay somewhere but you've got accommodation booked further ahead. You're going to have to go, so that would just be such a shame not to be able to change your plans. Yeah, just book as you go, definitely. This is a question about my dreadlocks, which I've been meaning to answer for so long. I'm sorry guys. I know you just had dread maintenance, but how are you caring for your dreadlocks otherwise? You're always in the water. Well, I'm actually so slack at maintaining my dreads. Like, yeah, as you can see, they're really fluffy around here. But pretty much I'm always in the water and then I just leave it. Like, often I do palm roll and palm roll just to like get rid of the fluffies around the ends, and Ryan sometimes like picks at my roots because I get sand in there often. Other than that, I'm just kind of lucky, I guess. They just kind of stay. And yeah, as I said, I have had maintenance done twice now on my treadmill, so that has just helped a lot. So I'm just a lot lazier than I should be, but it's really nice to just go and get them done and not have to worry about it, especially in like these Southeast Asia countries. They are really cheap to get them done. So yeah, I actually tied my hair up in a bun for the first time today. I've just like never kind of got this sorted out to be able to do a bun because I've got so much hair and it's just nice to have it all off my face. Anyway, how did you start off your YouTube adventure, and do you have any tips on starting a lifestyle / vegan YouTube channel? So the first thing that I would say to do is just to start. I mean, I started in March and I did a 30 videos in 30 days challenge for myself, and it was just the best thing I could have ever done to like bring up my confidence and just be able to talk to the camera quite naturally, I guess. I still feel like I'm definitely learning that because it's just a strange thing talking to you guys through a camera. It definitely gives you the chance to like really be able to talk to the camera and just get that little bit more fluid, and definitely practice editing as well, because editing takes quite a lot of time. Each video you slowly get faster as you go on. But yeah, the other thing would just be to have fun, have patience, and just be yourself, because you're the only person in the world who can do that. And yeah, just really have fun. Ooh, and don't worry about like all the other YouTubers who have big followings and stuff, because that's what they're doing. Worry about what you're doing. So this next question I actually got quite a few times, but then I just put into one big answer. So this was the first question. I've had a lot of people be extremely negative and overly sensitive to the fact that I've now chosen veganism, especially like my best friend, extremely judgmental and even cruel sometimes. I'm so sick of it. Did you ever find the need to cut ties with people or pull away because they didn't understand or respect your choice? So first of all, I'm like so sorry to hear that it's even happening to you. It's just so horrible and just sad how close-minded people can be sometimes. And me personally, I've never had to cut ties with anyone, no. However, I do get given grief about it. I mean, not as much as I used to, but I guess I've just come to terms with the fact that everyone is on their own journey and they can only really open up to veganism or go vegan in their own time. The best thing you can do is just give them the facts about veganism, like maybe what you think they will relate to the most, you know, when it comes to health, the environment, or the animals, and just do it with love and compassion and be the example for them. And then eventually they're going to see how healthy you are, how happy you are, and really you're just going to be teaching them so much without them even realizing. And yeah, the other thing is they will just get used to it as well, so eventually they'll stop giving you shit, and then they'll stop being horrible about it, because they should like you for who you are, not what you eat. And yeah, I hope that is somewhat helpful. I don't know if you have been through anything like that yourself. Definitely comment down below, because I'm really interested to hear how you guys deal with that. And yes, so that was the last question. I had so much fun answering those for you guys. If you think I should do another Q&A, or if you have any other questions, then put them down below as well so I can answer them. I'll start another list for my next Q&A. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys, and that I'm just so fucking excited about, is that I have started a Facebook group called the Plant-Based Collective, and I just love the name. And yeah, I've got like 100 people on there now. I shared it on my Facebook and Instagram, but I haven't managed to share it on here yet, so I would love for you guys to come over to Facebook and join the Plant-Based Collective. I will put the link down below for that as well, and it's just a place where we can all come together as a community and support each other on our journey and share tips on veganism, our experiences and our struggles. And it's just, yeah, a nice safe place. There's different weekly topics that we discuss on there, and I just share some other bits and pieces there as well. So definitely come join. I would love to have you there. I'm going to be doing like a Christmas challenge on there and a New Year's challenge as well. So yeah, I'm always just working on stuff behind the scenes, and I just can't wait to share them with you guys. So that is all from me today. If you like this video, then give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new here so you can follow my journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!